So good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first virtual awards program for the Cheboygan Area Chamber. I'd like to thank you again for attending. Hope you're enjoying our networking platform. Couple things I'd like to just let you know ahead of time before we start the actual awards program. I would like to thank Lindsay Vork Photography for editing all of our video clips together of our award presentations for us. Lindsay does a great job with that stuff, and she's very supportive of the chamber, so we greatly appreciate her help with that. I'd like to thank Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan for being our platinum sponsor for our event again this year. They're coming in at that platinum sponsorship level for us for our annual awards dinner, and we appreciate their support greatly. The Straits Area Community Foundation and E.F. Wilkinson and Sons are our gold sponsors for this evening. So I'd like to give a big thank you to them, our award sponsors, continually helping support the chamber, and they feel passionate about our awards that we hand out. So I'd like to thank Citizens National Bank, Wheeler Chevrolet Buick, McLaren Northern Michigan, Calcite Credit Union, Raymond, Mulligan's, and the Straits Area Community Foundation for again sponsoring our great awards that you'll know the winners of shortly. I'd also like to thank the Brook Retirement Communities and the Straits Area Federal Credit Union for coming in as gold sponsors for our event this year. We really appreciate your support and everything that all of you sponsors do for our community. Thank you very much. Couple things I want to point out before we get rolling on the video. So for your best viewing experience when the video is playing, there is an icon in the upper right corner of your computer screen. If you click on that, it'll allow you to go into a full screen mode. So it'll just be a little bit better viewing experience for you. And then I'd also encourage you to use the chat room. So use the chat just like you would if you were going to give applause or anything during the actual live awards event that we normally have. Just say congratulations or good job or whatever you want to do. Support your fellow chamber members and our community members. Very exciting. I see someone over in the chat right now saying, hi, everyone. That's Emily. So use that just like you would for applause or anything along those lines. I also want to remind you, if you haven't realized already, we are at the mercy of technology. So we do have some very capable hands working the back end of our program this evening. But if anything kind of quirky or weird happens, just be patient with us and we'll get it corrected as quickly as we possibly can. Not anticipating any problems, but you never know what's going to come up and happen there. So again, just be patient with that. I once again want to thank you for supporting the chamber, coming to our annual awards program. We look forward to being together in person again next year, and watch for some great things coming up with the chamber. After the awards program, we are going to open up the networking floor for a little bit longer so that you can go ahead and congratulate some of our award winners for the night and just maybe finish up some of those conversations that we cut you off on as we're moving into this program. So again, thank you very much, everybody, for attending. And now on with the show.
Current president of the board of the Chamber of Commerce, and if you don't know, I also am community bank president at First Community Bank here in town. The primary thing in my message tonight is I want to thank the members of the Chamber of Commerce. 2020 was a very trying year for everyone, and including the Chamber. However, our members stepped up and got us through the year to where we have very solid financial footing at this time. Which I think coming through a year like we had is a very strong statement all by itself. But we have lost very few members during the pandemic and during the year of 2020. Again, states something very special about our members and our community for that matter. In looking forward, we have to look back as well. And in the past, we did some great things. We had some great festivals and things of that nature. But going forward, we're changing our programming. We aren't going to be focusing on festivals and parades and things of that nature anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We had some great events, we raised good funds, and we had some fun at the same time. But going forward, our programming is going to be focused on you, the members. What you need, what you want to have provided, and that type of programming. That's where we're headed for the foreseeable future. So winding up this evening, wanted to also point out we're really excited that we've got such a solid board of directors backing the chamber at this time and helping point it in the right direction. We've got fantastic staff. We are excited as can be about the recent staffing changes and look for just really great things moving forward. And so I hope that all of you are looking forward to these things as well. And I just want again to say thank you. Thank you for getting us through 2020. Thank you for doing what you do on a day in, day out basis. And thank you for what we're going to see happen in the future. Good night.
Good evening. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment and thank our generous sponsors for tonight's awards program. Our presenting platinum sponsor, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Our gold sponsors, the Straits Area Community Foundation and E.F. Wilkinson and Sons. Our award sponsors who year after year show their commitment to this program and the community. Citizens National Bank, Wheeler Chevrolet Buick, Calcite Credit Union, Raymond, McLaren Northern Michigan, Straits Area Community Foundation, and Mulligan's. I would also like to thank our silver sponsors for tonight's event, the Straits Area Federal Credit Union. We appreciate the support you offer the Chamber and the community. Thank you very much. For those of you that don't know me, I am Polly Schneider, the Executive Director of the Cheboygan Area Chamber of Commerce. This program was created to celebrate the accomplishments of our members and the Chamber of Commerce. Many of you might be wondering what sort of accomplishments could be made during a year like 2020, but I think you'll agree that perseverance, strength, and keeping a positive attitude are all pretty significant accomplishments, and I'd venture to say you all share in that. Strength, passion, and determination. 2020 challenged us all, and because of your determination, ability to adjust on the fly, and your passion for Cheboygan, you have brought the generous spirit and strength of our community to the forefront of what Cheboygan stands for. Through what seemed like daily changes to executive orders from our governor and a devastating blow from Mother Nature to Bishop Barrigas School, you, our chamber members, and proud citizens of this beautiful community pulled up your bootstraps, persevered, donated, adjusted your business operations, and kept going, because that's what we do in Cheboygan. When things get tough, we come together. Chamber staff adjusted operations to work remotely through the early stages of the pandemic and started a second newsletter to keep you informed on the ever-changing COVID restrictions and support programs that were being released at the federal and state levels. We worked with Le Cheneau Distillery to get sanitizer at cost for our members, and Enbridge covered the cost of masks that were offered to our members at no charge. Our board of directors confirmed their dedication to the Chamber in 2020 by being vigilant and responsive to the needs of the organization while navigating the pandemic for their own businesses and families. In December of 2020, we were approached by Consumers Energy to participate in a program called Our Town. This program was initially set to infuse $10,000 of Cheboygan bucks into our chamber member businesses by offering Cheboygan bucks at a 2-for-1 rate. Through generous operational support from the Cheboygan County Community Foundation and Citizens National Bank, the Chamber was able to match consumers' original investment in this program, and we circulated $20,000 in Cheboygan bucks during that first round. Now, the Cheboygan County Community Foundation believed in this program wholeheartedly and offered funds for a second round, which spurred an additional donation by Consumers Energy. Round 2 went on sale, and we were able to get another $19,000 in Cheboygan bucks out into the community, a grand total of $39,000 to be spent at our member businesses. Even through the thick of the pandemic, we were able to adjust operations to continue to support our membership, because that's what Cheboygan does. When things get tough, we come together. Leadership, engagement, advocacy, development, and support. A few years ago, your Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors saw the need to adjust our mission statement to simply state what we're here for. In 2021 and beyond, it's my mission as your executive director to carry out this vision by ensuring everything we do can be linked back to the statement, Cheboygan Area Chamber of Commerce leads Cheboygan through leadership, engagement, advocacy, development, and support. I would like to sincerely thank our board of directors for their commitment to the chamber, for their thoughtful consideration when deciding the direction we move forward in, and for being the most supportive group of bosses I've ever had. Thank you very much, and I'm really excited to be on this journey with you. Leadership. By hosting events such as our annual awards program and the State of the Community Breakfast, we demonstrate to all of Northern Michigan that our Chamber of Commerce is on the cutting edge of communication and progress. We acknowledge and celebrate our leaders in business and our outstanding citizens at our annual awards program, and our chamber sets the stage for the community to gain a better understanding of what's going on in Cheboygan during our State of the Community program. Engagement. We strive to engage you, our members, by offering answers and assistance and by providing opportunities for collaboration and networking through events like Business After Hours, which we are hoping to start up again soon. We've begun offering virtual chamber check-ins where you can update the staff on what's happening with your business, learn more about what the chamber can do for you, and get answers to questions about programs being offered to support small business. Speaking of engagement, our ambassador team is one of the most energetic and engaged groups of people I've ever met, and they are a great resource to you as a chamber member to help tell your story. They're the first ones to refer customers to your businesses while they're out having dinner or shopping at a local boutique. They're made up of real estate agents and bankers and retired volunteers that are passionate about the chamber and Cheboygan. There's always room for more on the team, and we'd love to have you join, so if you're interested, let us know. I'd like to take just a moment to thank our ambassador team for always being ready on a moment's notice to help organize an event, stuff envelopes, or even paint the office. You are the pep club of this organization, and I can't thank each of you enough for all that you do. Advocacy. We will continue to learn about what you, our members, need and advocate for you through strong relationships with groups such as the Northern Lakes Economic Alliance, Cheboygan County Commissioners, Cheboygan County Economic Development Corporation, and the Cheboygan City Council, and also at the state and federal level through involvement with the Northern Michigan Chamber Alliance and really good communication with our elected officials in Lansing and Washington. Development. A large part of your membership with the Chamber is access to professional and business development. By planning opportunities for you to learn more about important issues and providing available tools and access to experts in fields pertaining to business, we're not only helping with development, but we're also supporting your journey as business owners, community leaders, and organizations. I'm excited to take this opportunity to introduce you to a revitalized chamber program that will begin in September. After much collaboration, coordination, and thoughtful planning, we are thrilled to share Leadership Cheboygan, presented by Calcite Credit Union and Enbridge. This 9-month program will help to develop and foster our community's current and future leaders. Sessions held once a month will take an in-depth look into how our community runs by delving into Cheboygan's governmental operations, economy and economic development, history, culture, education, environment, and more. I would like to acknowledge and thank Scott Hersig for his commitment to getting this program off the ground, and past Chamber President Darren Selden and current Chamber President Tom McKinley for their help in assisting Scott and Chamber staff in the planning of Leadership Cheboygan, and for their guidance in structuring such a vital program that will surely engage and empower not only our future leaders, but also anyone who wishes to fully embrace our Cheboygan. Support. We will continue to support our members through programs like Cheboygan Bucks and the Business Expo, which will be held outdoors this coming June. We also support members through social media, where we're able to help your businesses and organizations reach a much larger audience. The Chamber serves as a community information center, not only for tourists, but for residents. And we're able to offer and refer inquiries to your businesses, recommend services, and share valuable information about your businesses with anyone who stops or calls. Through virtual tours of member businesses and recorded interviews, we're able to reach hundreds of consumers and let them hear about your products and services and even get to know you a little bit too. These are just some examples of how your Chamber of Commerce is working to support you and helping ensure the economy of Cheboygan is strong, healthy, and ready to grow. Before we get to the exciting part of our program, the awards, I would like to personally thank Scott Hersig for his mentorship and guidance through our transition, and Teresa Cole, our amazing office manager, for coming back to us and helping me make sure our organization continues to lead Cheboygan. But most of all, I would like to thank you, our members, for your generous support of Chamber events and programs, your dedication to business and our community. I'm proud to call Cheboygan my home and to know that you are all my neighbors. Thank you for coming tonight. Let's keep the momentum going together. While watching our awards presentations, please note that the health of our recipients and presenters is a great concern. Anyone not wearing a mask has been vaccinated, and while recording the in-person presentations, we remained at a safe distance. And now, on with the show.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Miller-Allen, the Senior Director of Community Responsibility and Social Mission for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. It is an honor for Blue Cross Blue Shield to sponsor the Cheboygan Awards event. We want to thank you for your partnership and great work that you do across the Cheboygan community. I had a lot of fun a couple weeks ago in Cheboygan County checking out the blue ice firsthand. During the pandemic, Blue Cross Blue Shield has worked across our state to help provide information and be a resource during this pandemic. A Cheboygan business, Great Lakes Tissue, was a prominent part of outreach that we did to our seniors who were experiencing isolation and challenges when the pandemic first hit. Many received toilet paper from right here in Cheboygan County as part of a care kit that they received. We have worked on our ahealthiermichigan.org blog to provide information and give people a way that they can learn about how to assist themselves, their businesses during this time. The Cheboygan Chamber has been a great partner on another initiative that we recently did with the local Spartan store to provide flu vaccines and help more people get vaccinated this fall. As we work in the final phases, hopefully, of COVID and getting vaccine to everyone across our state, we have work still to do, and we look forward to the partnership with the Cheboygan Chamber and you, the businesses, and our customers. Thank you, and best wishes for a great event.
Hi, my name is Beth Cotty. I am the board president for the Straits Area Community Foundation, and I have the absolute honor to present the Frances and Gordon Spies Community Image Award to Mary Hebert for all of her heartfelt and wonderful work restoring our historical buildings in Cheboygan. Without her work, we wouldn't have these amazing testimonies to the history of Cheboygan, which is far back and lustrous. So thank you so much, Mary, for all of your hard work, and this award is so well deserved.
Well, thank you very much, Beth, and I'll just show this to everybody who's out there in Zoom land. And I would like to say that this is really a great honor, and I'm very appreciative to the Chamber and to the Straits Area Community Foundation, but most especially to Gordon and Frances Spies and their inspiring civic commitment. For me, serving Cheboygan is a privilege, and I am just grateful I can do my part and work with the amazing people in our city. People who keep us on a forward trajectory and didn't even let the pandemic slow us down. And now we are in a high growth environment. And with that recent growth, we are going to expect many new people who bring new ideas, and it's up to us to harness all this new energy, welcome them, and encourage them to connect to their new home here in Cheboygan. So for this connection, one very strong recommendation I have is the most visible of Gordon and Frances Spy's gift to Cheboygan. And that is one of our most important and special places, the Spies Heritage Hall at the History Museum. This is a massive treasure trove of amazing artifacts, captivating memorabilia, and great stories of our people. It's the ultimate Cheboygan immersion and has been carefully maintained by many generations of proud Cheboyganites who started the very first museum, by the way, in the basement of the Carnegie. And so this group and the following generations have always embraced one truth, and that is that the history of our people, our geography, and our landmarks make Cheboygan uniquely Cheboygan, and it must be preserved. And so finally, it's very important that all of us and the city try to figure out how to find sustainable financial support for heritage assets that we have, because they are roadmaps. They're like our GPS for where we've been and where we can go. After all, what is more important than presenting a powerful image that says we care about who we are, we care about who we were, and we are determined to take care of it for future generations. Certainly, Gordon and Frances Spies knew how important this was, and we owe them a big collective thank you. So thank you, Beth. Thank you to the Chamber. It's great working for Heritage in Cheboygan. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Hello, everyone. I am extremely honored and very excited to be able to present the Debbie Messler Volunteer Award to the 2020 Cheboygan Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. This award is for a volunteer to the Chamber, and historically it has been one of our ambassadors who do such great work with the Chamber, but I'm gonna cry. Last year in 2020, when the pandemic hit and there was so much uncertainty, I know Scott and I especially appreciated the board's consideration on how the Chamber was doing, making sure that we were solid as a foundation or as an organization, and we were able to continue supporting our members. And we really appreciated the support that they gave us too. We worked very hard through the pandemic. None of our board members missed a meeting. We heard stories of other boards of directors from different organizations around the state that kind of went MIA, and ours, everyone stepped up to make sure they were there for you, our members, and our entire organization. So on behalf of the staff and the Chamber of Commerce, I would like to present the 2020 Debbie Messler Award to the 2020 Board of Directors. So now, congratulations, guys. So now perhaps we can have some words from our 2020 president, Mary Ann Ridings.
Nothing like catching us by surprise here, Polly.
I'd like to be tricky, Mary Ann.
I just don't think that there are words enough to express how much that means to us. Thank you so much, Polly. You know, it was you and Scott that just led the way through that, and we were thankful to be able to be here as a board to support your efforts, to be able to still continue to support our community and support our membership. That was very important to us. I'm extremely thankful for you. I'm extremely thankful for every person that sits on this board, both past and present, that helped shape the direction for this organization and for our community. And it's greatly appreciated. I know there were many sleepless nights back in the beginning of the days, and I just can't tell you how much I'm thankful and appreciative for each and every one of you.
Well, thank you. And I do want to mention also that on the 2020 board, Dee Dee Anderson and our past president, Darren Selden, were also members of that. They weren't able to join us on the call this morning, but we also want to recognize that they were a large part of the effort from last year. And again, we just really want to thank you guys and recognize all of your efforts and your dedication to the chamber. So congratulations.
Very cool. Very cool.
Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Nancy Lindsay from Citizens National Bank, and I am so excited to be here with Sandy Safford Groff to present her with the 2021 Educator of the Year Award. I have known Sandy for a couple decades. I'm sorry, for quite a while. She coached my daughter in basketball, I think in middle school. I've had involvement with the cross-country track team, and just she's a great community member, and we're really thrilled that Sandy is the one that's been presented with the Educator of the Year Award. So congratulations to you. Citizens National Bank is honored to sponsor this award.
Thank you, Nancy. And thank you, Citizens National Bank, for the sponsorship for this. I am deeply honored and humbled. This is an incredibly difficult year for many educators, students, and parents and communities across just our northern Michigan, the state, and the country. So it feels especially humbling because I know how hard teachers are working this year to receive this honor. So thank you very much.
You've certainly persevered through this trying time, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Yuri Bishop from Calsite Credit Union. I'm the branch manager here. Calsite Credit Union is very proud to present the Business Person of the Year Award this year. And actually this year there are two very deserving recipients. The first, Jerry Kane from Martin Pharmacy.
Thank you, Cheboygan, for making it possible. If it wasn't for the good people of Cheboygan, there'd be no reason for all our hard work. Thank you very much for this award. I'm very honored.
Calsite Credit Union is proud to present Dr. Free with the Business Person of the Year Award.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I thank my awesome staff that I have to work with and the wonderful patients we see every day. And also like to thank the community of Cheboygan who's been very welcoming to me to come and to take over the office. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I'm Heather from Mulligan's. We are thrilled to present the Organization of the Year Award to a service club that has been serving Cheboygan for 100 years. Congratulations, Cheboygan Rotary Club.
Recording. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Polly Schneider. I'm the Executive Director of the Cheboygan Area Chamber, and I am honored today as a Rotarian and as the Chamber Director to present on behalf of the Chamber and Mulligan's, our award sponsor, our Organization of the Year Award to the Cheboygan Rotary Club. Congratulations, everybody. Very well deserved.
Oh. That's terrific. That's great. Thank you. That was good.
So maybe we can get some comments from the club president.
Oh my gosh. This is so terrific. It's such an honor, and I'm thrilled and pleased to have our Rotary recognized in such a manner. I want to thank Mulligan's and Mandy for sponsoring this award, and also for the Chamber for honoring Rotary Club of Cheboygan. I also want to thank the Academy and the Hollywood Foreign Press for their consideration. But seriously, this year, Rotary is proud to be celebrating its 100 years of service to Cheboygan. I've not been a part of Rotary for as long as many people, even on this call, have been. But what I have learned is that Cheboygan Rotary lives up to its motto, which is service above self. Whether you find Rotarians picking up trash on the Adopt a Highway program, or putting together scholarships for local kids, updating signs, or even adopting a picnic table to redo in Gordon Turner Park. Rotarians are just always out there just doing and always finding a way to give back. We had COVID last year, and it was hard for us to do all the things that we normally would like to do. But I think we found ways to give back in terms of donation, whether it was monetary or acts of service. And I think what makes many of the things that Rotary does so special is that we tend to do them without a lot of fanfare. We'll just be out there doing it. And this award lets me know that somebody noticed. And it's so rewarding to have other people notice that we do this. And we've been doing it for 100 years, and I anticipate that the next 100 years will also be the same, bigger and better, giving back to our community to make it better and healthier and beautiful. And I want to give a shout out to all of those Rotarians that came before us, because what they put in place, we've picked up the ball and run with it, and hopefully we'll continue to do that in the years to come. So again, a huge shout out to Mulligans and Polly and the Chamber for picking out Rotary Club of Cheboygan and honoring us with this wonderful award. Thank you.
Hear, hear.
Guys.
Yay.
Good evening. My name is Sherry Schultz, and I am the Vice President of Operations at McLaren Northern Michigan. It is an honor and a privilege for McLaren to be able to sponsor this year's Business of the Year Award. In 2020, every organization was faced with significant challenges to be able to continue to serve their customers. This particular organization went above and beyond and was able to sustain their services and take care of us as a community throughout the pandemic. I am pleased to announce Family Fare as this year's recipient of the Business of the Year Award. Upon entering their building, they had hand sanitizer, gentle reminder to wear your mask. They led by example when their colleagues wore their masks while working. They were able to safely put in place mechanisms to keep social distancing. And then, of course, when you got to the counter and had your interaction with the employees there was plexiglass to keep us all safe. This business went above and beyond. It was able to keep serving the community, and for that, we are very thankful. Congratulations, Family Fare, well deserved.
Hello, I'm Bill Arkwood, District Manager for Family Fare Stores for Northern Michigan. I'd like to thank McLaren of Northern Michigan for sponsoring this award, and I'd like to thank you, the Chamber, for hosting these awards. And 2020 was a difficult year for everyone, but we are really embraced in the community. We've been in the community a long time. We love the community of Cheboygan, and we just wanted to provide everybody a safe working environment, a safe shopping environment. This is my store director, Michelle Bannon, of our Cheboygan Family Fare, and she'll walk us through and tell us what she did to keep her customers safe.
Good evening, everyone, and I would like to tell you, first of all, personally, what a great honor it is to be a part of the team that was nominated from the community, the business community, for this fine award. I can tell you that our team is ecstatic about the award, but that our team is a very genuine, homegrown team, and we are proud to support the community in this tough time during the pandemic, and I feel that our team stepped up to the plate tremendously based on all the things that we did, because it's what we always have done. We've always taken care of our guests to the greatest of our ability, and we've always made sure that they knew that we cared, that they shopped our stores. I'd like to thank my whole department manager team and all of our associates, all 40 of us, and let you know that we do care about Cheboygan, Michigan, and we are proud and humbled for this award. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Here we are at Wheeler Motors. I'm Amy, and I am happy to present the Entrepreneurial Business of the Year Award this year. It's always a pleasure to have new businesses open in our community. And it's a huge pleasure to present Nautical North Family Adventures and Jennifer Dowker with this year's award. Jennifer started her business out of her love for the water and wanting to share it with others. She identified the need and worked to make her dream come true. Perseverance, dedication, hard work, and hospitality are just some words that come to mind when thinking about Jennifer and the Nautical North Family Adventures. Jennifer and the Yankee Sunshine are true assets to Cheboygan. Please join me in congratulating her and presenting her the Entrepreneurial Business of the Year Award. Jennifer?
Thank you. What an honor this is. It means a huge deal to me. And it also provides a beautiful opportunity for me to thank all of those that have helped me along this journey and hopefully inspire others to pursue their dreams. When I asked why they chose me for this award, the answer came back to perseverance. I laugh because what other people see as perseverance, I see as losing is not an option. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for answered prayer after answered prayer. I started this business when the odds were definitely not stacked in my favor. I even presented to invest Cheboygan and lost. I persevered, prayed, and took time to consider why. All things happen for a reason, and the key is to settle down and think about why and how we can get better at what we do. Part of the reason for the perseverance was and remains my 3 sons. These boys helped write the business plan and have worked at this business from day one. I had a great need as a homeschooling mom for them to see what was possible with the right mindset. For their major role in this, I'm very grateful. I would definitely not be here without my family and friends, this incredible support system that keeps me going and offers gifts of time, knowledge, and support when I need it most. I am blessed to have those close to me understand what it means to be a business person. It takes a lot of time and effort. So when I think back to the start of this business, the community of Cheboygan was key. From events like Invest Cheboygan to community members offering startup investment support, this community provides the perfect environment for entrepreneurs. I'd like to specifically thank those that helped me to develop the concept, Keith and Joe from the dive shop, as well as Tim and the guys from Cheboygan Village Marina, and the rest that are way too numerous to mention. Like, it really takes a village. They helped with everything over the past couple of years. People came out of the woodwork to offer support and assistance in ways I didn't even know that I needed. That all gave me the courage to continue when things were tough, and they do get tough. So when I began this business, it felt like an enormous leap of faith, and it was. The network of support that encouraged my success says everything about this community and its efforts to revitalize this area. One surprise for me was that first hurdle that took such a big leap of faith to jump over. There's more and more and more after that. So the difference is now I have more confidence and I can thank this community and my clients for that. If you are thinking about starting a business, know that you have to go through the tough stuff before you can get to the smooth stuff. Thank you to all of you. We are continuing to grow and expand and are excited for the upcoming season.
As a representative of Raymond, I am honored to present the Citizen of the Year Award to Keith Ginnup. I've known Keith for over 35 years. The first time I met him, he came up the sidewalk to take one of my sisters to the prom. Later, I heard that Keith was marrying my friend Jody, and I was so happy. Keith and Jody's sons played hockey with my boys, and we had many fun-loving activities and fundraising activities during that time. And later, together, they had the cutest little guy that's a friend of my niece's. And all this time, I don't think I've heard Keith say more than a few words. Now that's partly because Jody keeps the conversation going, and Keith doesn't have a chance to get a word in edgewise. But mostly I believe as a consummate leader, Keith is too busy doing to stop and visit. He worked 26 years in his family business, Ginnup Construction, and is now a certified bridge welder and crane operator for the Mackinac Bridge Authority. Keith was raised with and has lived his family mantra, worship God, work hard, and help others. Just listen to this list of things Keith does when he's not working. He's the Monroe Township Cemetery sexton and has been for over 30 years. He serves now as the Monroe Township Supervisor and was elected during the pandemic. He was the youngest member of the Cheboygan County Fair Board, elected at age 18, and has served for more than 26 years, 6 of them as a vice president. He's a member of the Inverness Fire Department and has been for more than 22 years, 6 as captain, and he has earned several certifications. He served as the Cheboygan Life Support System board member for more than 20 years, holding positions of secretary and treasurer over that time. He's been a member of the Cheboygan County Search and Rescue Team for more than 15 years, and he has served on the Regional Training Committee, the Local Emergency Planning Committee, and the Emergency Operating Center. He's been a member of the Knights of Columbus for more than 7 years, and most recently for the last 2 years as the Grand Knight. So move over, Fred Flintstone. He's currently the president of the Cheboygan County Firefighters Association and has been president for 10 years and was previously the secretary. He has organized the firefighter dinner dance and volunteered for over 12 years with generous earnings going to training our local firefighters. He was a Cheboygan Hockey Board of Director member for 3 years. He is a Cheboygan Community Eucharistic Minister, and in his spare time, he volunteers at the Rain or Shine Horse Camp, the Halloween Trunk or Treat, and the 4th of July Parade, as well as our infamous Riggsville Parade of Lights. On September 20th, in the middle of the pandemic, Keith was honored by the Cheboygan County Board of Commissioners with the Exceptional Service Award, presented by Sheriff Claremont, recognizing the many roles he plays in keeping our community safe and healthy. Most recently, as an Emergency Operating Center member and a firefighter and the Knights of Columbus Grand Knight, Keith has volunteered hundreds of hours, many of them in the freezing cold, as a member of the unbelievable team of volunteers who organized and who coordinates the COVID-19 Vaccine Distribution Center, serving indirectly to save the lives of many Cheboygan County and surrounding area members. I'm exhausted just reading this list, but some people might still ask, why Citizen of the Year? I believe because Keith is a community leader. Any community will continually seek out the busiest person because we know they'll get things done. Because Keith demonstrates strong family values, including taking care of his fellow man and loving thy neighbor, I believe it is because Keith is a person who can be counted on. Because he's kind, dedicated, hardworking, committed, and loyal to Cheboygan. Although no one highlighted one of his greatest accomplishments, which is the king of popcorn, they sure did point out some other endearing traits. He was described in his nomination form as one who isn't afraid to get his elbows dirty. He promotes and praises his volunteers over himself when compliments are received. He operates with the utmost integrity. He believes in his community and the people he serves. He's a good Catholic that demonstrates his faith. He's extremely humble. He's a consummate leader and volunteer. He truly wants to improve the community. He's caring and committed. He makes us Cheboygan proud. Again, with his fun-loving wife Jody by his side, I am so pleased to present to Keith Ginnup as a very small token of our community appreciation, this Citizen of the Year Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's totally an honor, and I'm not sure what to say, but I know I couldn't do this without my support of my wife. She's by my side all the time, and she helps. When I volunteer to do things, she helps me especially the fireman's dance and even the COVID vaccine. When I'm outside, she's been making dinners for there, and all the fire department stuff that I do. I get called out at all times, middle of dinner, and I mean, she's been great, and like I said, I couldn't do it without her. And all the things I've done, I mean, my parents have taught us as kids that volunteering and doing things for the community is important. My dad was on the fair board for many years, and he's on other boards that he volunteers his time. So I guess it's just something that I learned from my family, and I just enjoy doing it. I guess when I tell my son I gotta go to a meeting tonight, he looks at me and says, "Well, there's a surprise." But I enjoy doing it, and I love this community, and I have no desire to go anywhere. And so this is my, everybody's got a thing that they do, and I guess volunteering is one of my things in making this community better and stronger. And I thank everybody for this, the chamber and Ramus and all that. It was great. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all of our award recipients. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We are going to open up the networking floor again for a little while, so everybody can talk a little bit about the program and congratulate our recipients that are with us tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it, and thank you for supporting the chamber and being with us this evening. Thanks, guys.